Hi everybody, Hidden Flames back. So, what's going to happen in this video is I'm going to have to choose my grand company. Oh, the triumphant hero returns! Thanker told us of the news upon his arrival. He is presently in the solar, given the full report to Lady Minfilia. You should join them at once. Lady Minfilia is eager to see you. Cool. My my late arrival nearly cost Hidden Flame her life. I wasn't there when the Alma took her prisoner. And I wasn't there when they served her to Ifrit. Yes, by some miracle she survived. It does not excuse the fact that she should never have had to face the dangers alone. I failed her utterly. I'm just failing you all. What's done is done, Thancred. You cannot ill blame yourself for every... Hidden, it's good to see you again. Impeccable timing, my friend. I had just finished regaling Minfilia of your heroic exploits. Sounds like you're having a pity party, actually. Thancred told me everything. You have done well to return to us. The perils you face were undeniably great, yet a part of me believes that I had no cause to fear. Now I can put pay. Now we can put paid to our long investigation. As we suspected, the Alma undertook both the robbery and the abductions with the aim of summoning their primal Ifrit. Nor is this tale limited to Ul'dah. Similar occurrences have been rife in both Limsa and Gridania of late. I dare say you've been curious to how these crimes are linked to the primals. Permit me to explain. Having manifested in the physical realm, primals must consume their aether if they are to maintain their presence here. And the stronger they become, the more aether they require. Now, aether exists throughout creation. It flows through all life and permeates the very air that we breathe. Alas, this alone will not suffice to sustain the likes of Ifrit. Nay, he and his kind require more concentrated source of aether, crystals. It is the reason for that incidents involving crystals can be often traced back to a primal. Which leaves us to why of the abductions. To understand this, you must first understand how primals are born. When all is well with the world, primals possess no physical form. Their essence is dispersed across the great river of ether. However, when the world is plunged into chaos, those who worship the primals cry out to their gods for deliverance and suffering. These cries may serve as a beacon towards which primal essence is irresistibly drawn. It is this coming together, or aetherite coalescence, which grants the being's physical form. Once born, a primal gains strength from its followers' worship. The more numerous and fervent they are, the more powerful their gods become. But primals are seldom satisfied with such reverence that their as their adherents freely give. In order to gain more power, they do not scrupulate to create followers. They do this by tempting mortals, a process which you yourself were subjected. Yet, even as Ifrit took your comrades into his thrall, you alone remained unaffected. This is thanks to the power. Oh, yet even as Ifrit took your comrades into his thrall, you alone remain unaffected. That is thanks to the power you possess, the echo. We know not the why of it, but those blessed with the echo are immune to primal influence. It is as though a greater power protects us. When first you came to us, I told you that the echo would be instrumental in dealing with the primal threat. I trust you now begin to see why. As recent incidents all share a common trait, meticulous planning, such elaborate designs are a new development, and one which fills me with an unshakable sense of foreboding. While I share your concern, my preceding feeling is one of relief at your safe return. The immortal flames assured me that they will deal with the aftermath, so you need not concern yourself with that. We may rest easy for a time. I suggest you take a full advantage of your respite, Hidden. You may be sure it won't last long. Once people learn the identity of the hero who felled Ifrit, I fear you will have nary a moment to yourself. Great. Whether she intended to or no, Minphelia neglected to tell you something. Something I think you best heard from one of us. It concerns the tempered abductees that were rescued. I'm sorry to report that all are to be put to death, the flames with whom you were imprisoned included. Needless to say, this information must not be made known to the public. I swear to you that we would not do this if there were any other recourse. But once a man is tempered, he is tempered for life. His very existence lends strength to the primal who cannot choose but worship. And so we Scions continue our fight, that no more innocents need be sacrificed. I hope that you will continue to stand with us, Hidden. But I should be going. I must offer my apologies to the Flame General for the losses his people suffered. Till next time. See ya. So. Oh, gods, forgive me. How many more lives? Louis So would never have allowed this to happen. I have to do better. I have to be stronger. You learn about Louis So later. Yay! Okay, Minphelia. Hero in the making. Give me voice acting. Until not so long ago, you were one of the many adventurers seeking to make their way in Eorzea. But, but for your character and courage, you will rise to the esteemed post of envoy. Thereafter, you traveled the realm, aiding those in need without thought or reward, confirming to Yashola that the Scions would benefit from your aid. And no sooner had you joined us than you personally bested the primal Ifrit. You have achieved a great deal in a short time, and won fame in doing so. Alas, fame does not come without a price, as you will soon discover. We have guests hidden, or rather, you have guests. Beg pardons. Aye, Lady Manvelia, radiant as always. I am given to understand that the Scions of the Seventh Dawn have but recently welcomed a new hero into their midst. I am here on behalf of the Maelstrom Grand Company of Limsa to offer said hero a place of honor within our ranks. As you can see, Hidden, your recent exploits have garnered you the attentions of the Grand Companies of Eorzea. Each organization would have Ifrit's Bane for its own. To this end, all three have sent officers to court you. They would not ordinarily go to such lengths to enlist a new recruit. That they have is an evidence of their high regard to you. I find myself wondering how word of Hidden's steed spreads so quickly. That the immortal flames should know of her triumph is to be expected. What are the other grand companies? Eep! Your reputation precedes you. Your reputation precedes you, Mistress Flame. Thus no ordinary woman could face a primal and emerge the victor. The Order of the Twin Aider has need of a valiant women, such as you. Join your strength to ours, friend, and together let us ensure that peace reign over the Twellswood. What a pleasure to finally meet you, Mistress Flame. My comrades speak of you in the most glowing terms. A woman of your talent belongs with the immortal flames. Join your strength to ours, friend, and together let us secure the prosperous future for Ulda. The Admiral was not exaggerating when she said you have the look of a hero. Full often does she speak of you, friend. As do many others in Limsa. Long before the rest of Eorzea took note, your name was well known to us, offering to your valiant deeds on behalf of our citizens. It is only natural that we should want you for the Maelstrom. Join your strength to ours, and together let us see the grand vessel of Limsa to the shores of our glory. Lady Manvelia. Very well. Though I am quite sure you do not need reminding, mayhaps a brief summary of your situation would help clarify your thoughts in this matter. As you know, the Grand Companies are all encompassing organizations empowered to call upon material, economic, and technological resources of their respective city-states in times of strife. There are presently 3 organizations in Eorzea: the Maelstrom of Limsa, the Order of Twin Aider, of Gordania and the immortal flames of Ulda. Serving a grand company means serving the nation to which it belongs. You will be charged with its offenses, tasked in advancing its cause. In return, for your faithful service, you'll be furnished with various rewards, some of which may prove useful to you in your other endeavors. If you are agonizing over which grand company best deserves your loyalty, be at ease. The commitment you make this day need not be permanent. Should you wish to shift your allegiance at a later date, you are entitled to do so. And yet, I concede that it is no small choice you face. As though my thought occurred to me, you will, of course, recall that the 3 city-states are planning to hold remembrance services. As well, as part of the proceedings, I am given to understand that the leader of each grand company will deliver an address. Hearing these addresses ought to help you make an informed decision. What say you, my dear officers? Fine suggestion. You are wise as you are beautiful, my lady. Very well. Let us hear our leader speak, then return here with her decision. We eagerly await your answer. I already know which way I'm going, so... Damn it, Tartaro. I know full well the adventurers are, by their nature, a liberty-loving breed. Not best suited at the discipline of military service, but I strongly urge you to join a grand company nevertheless. While the promise of reward is enticing in itself, it is not the only benefit. You are possessed of great power hidden, and with it you are capable of doing untold good. Yet know that great power won't attract attention. Not all of it friendly. There will be those who wish you ill. You must need be on the lookout for them. Yet, however vigilant you are but one woman. In the midst of the grand company, however, you will be one woman among many. A friend amongst friends. Achievements will be shared, so will the danger. I can think of no better arrangement. Of course, joining an organization need not meaning leaving another. I hope that we will continue to rely on your aid. The 12 know that we will have need of it in the days ahead. The grand companies seek to protect their own nations. We scions, on the other hand, seek to preserve the future of Eorzea as a whole. Similar, yet not quite the same. Now then, I expect you will be afield more often in the future. Such as, I would have you carry the slink pearl with you at all times. It will allow us to stay in touch regardless of location. Eorzea is changing, Hidden, you have the power to help shape it anew. None can say that the morrow will bring, but so long as we believe in ourselves, there is naught we can achieve. Coda, stop. 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 Now it is time you make ready for your journey. Before you depart, please be sure to speak with Tartaru. She will appraise you as to where and when the remembered services are due to take place. Okay, so we got to do these services. So I gotta go speak to Tartaru. Tartaru is a... Stop, Koa. I'm sorry, I got you and all the attention you're getting hidden. I might have sung your praises a little too loudly and often. A, a few too many people. Next time, I will hold my tongue, literally if necessary. Anyway, I expect you want to know where and when the Remember services are taking place. If all goes to plan, Gridania's Grand Company, the 12 Order, will be the first to hold the 3 services. And the Elder Seatseer, Kanesina, will deliver her address at the Manquitos Amphitheater. I should probably mention that at this point that due to the organizational challenges involved in assembling all of the involved parties, it is possible that the order of the services might change. Still, there is not much we can do about that. Make Gridania your first port of call. Next, you'll need to go to Ul'dah, where Flame General Rabbanon Aldin will be addressing the masses at the Royal Promenade. Oh, it is rumored that there is a special guest. How exciting. Last but not least, make your way to the stateroom in Limsalamosa, where Maelstrom Chief Admiral Merylwib, I'm not even pronouncing her last name, will be giving her address. The room is accessible via the Admiral's lift. Identify yourself to the sentry, and he will admit you. Got all that? Well, off you go. I hope you can find the remembered servants suitably educational. I suggest visiting the city-states in the prescribed orders, though with your record of impeccable timing and luck, the schedule may well change in favor of your preferred travel plans. Farewell. Okay. So, first off, Gridania. Okay, to the amphitheater, please.
I lost my son to the calamity.
The 3 Seedseers are all together.
Some say you couldn't take a step without stumbling over a body. Our forebears were once strangers in the Twelves Wood. Fearful of the Green Wrath, they hid themselves in the dark recesses of the earth. Yet they dreamed of basking in the dappled sunlight of the forest. Through great effort, they proved their worth to the elementals, and were granted a place beneath the boughs. So it was that Gridania was born, some 5 centuries ago. Working hand in hand, the Hyur and the Elysian settlers sowed the seeds of our civilization, and soon they were joined by folk of all races. So nourished by the waters of unity, and blessed by the light of the
Hey, there's those two again.
Britannia flourished into the great nation it is today.
Do you see the Gridanian standard? There, hanging behind the Elder Seedseer. The entwined serpents represent the unity between Hyur and Elysin. An elegant symbol, do you not agree?
In accordance with the will of the elementals, we have embraced a life of peace. Alas, our neighbors have not always sought the same for themselves, nor for us. Though we Gridanians have no love for war, we have still less for those who would threaten our way of life. Ever have we fought to protect the sanctity of the Twelveswood. When the Garlean Empire brought its war of conquest to Eorzea, we rallied under the noble standard of the Twin Adder that we might push back the encroaching darkness. And it was we who prepared the ground for the reformation of the Eorzean Alliance, that all the peoples of this realm might stand united against the common threat. Years ago, the Alliance met the armies of the Empire upon the fields of Cartano. It would prove the bloodiest battle in recent memory. Countless Gridanian lives were lost. As Supreme Commander of the Order of the Twin Adder, ever shall I bear the weight of our people's sacrifice. Alas, their loss was not the only tragedy to befall us that day, for soon came the calamity. The scars borne by our forest are a constant reminder of its violence. Our lives have been irrevocably changed, each waking hour a struggle to survive. Driven to desperation, some among us have strayed from the path of righteousness, resorting to banditry, poaching, and other unconscionable deeds. To compound our woes, the Ixal have returned in force, emboldened by our suffering. They test our defenses nigh without cease, and prey upon the vulnerable. So beleaguered from within and without, it is of little wonder that our unity now falters. Dark times are upon us.
Time was a man could walk the high roads without fear.
On this day, 5 years ago, countless Eorzeans laid down their lives that we might behold another dawn. Please join with me in honoring their memory.
And how do you propose to honor the memory of those you cannot remember, pray tell?
The destruction wrought by the calamity was indiscriminate. It dealt death to Eorzean and Garlean alike. Yet while we have labored to rebuild our homes, to rebuild our lives, the Empire has set about raising steel fortresses here in the Twelveswood. Let none be mistaken. The Garleans remain the greatest threat to our survival. If we are to stand against them, we must remember what it is to be united. Our many troubles blind us to the woes of our fellow man. Thence is harmony lost. Yet harmony is the founding principle of Gridania. We are gathered here to honor the fallen. Let them be honored not only in word and thought, but through concerted action. I bid you join hands with me once more beneath the Twin Adder standard. And together, let us heal the forest's wounds, that our progeny might live in harmony beneath these ancient boughs. For serenity, purity, and sanctity. We must think of the children!
Woods will be done.
It's up to us to protect the
All
forest.
the elementals!
Are you guys finally gonna talk to me? This is like the 4th time I've seen you guys.
If you'll permit me, Alfie no.
Come again?
And my sister, Alize, at your service. I saw at a glance that you were a fellow traveler. You might call us students of history, sampling the realm's remembrances in pursuit of enlightenment.
The Gardanians are unfortunate enough to have to oh, shoot! The Ixil are unquestionably a more troublesome, being of a naturally warlike disposition, and wont to summon their bloodthirsty primal Gerudo. The Sylphs, by contrast, are peaceful in nature, being mischievous rather than malevolent, and have been long on friendly terms with the Gardanians, until recently at least. Alas, they have... Can't use too much. They have grown aloof, and change observed at roughly at the time they summoned their primal Ruma. Gridanians have no love for war, and they consider open conflict as a last resort. Though they clash with the Ixil ever more regularly, and may be assured that they do in self-defense. As for the Self, they are as yet bound to a peace treaty, though one wonders how long it will be before it's broken. The 12 Good was gravely attacked during the calamity, leaving Gridania vulnerable to attack. The people are hopeful that restoring the wood, and thereby the power of the elementals, will be put an end to their woes. Yet how long will it take? Centuries, I wonder? Meanwhile, the Ixil continue their incursions, spurred on by Garuda and her insatiable appetite for destruction. Whether the Gardanians we like it or not, sooner or later it will come to an all-out war. And when it does, the Order of the Twin Adder will need help, all the help it can muster. How valuable might the aid of a capable adventurer prove to them? Okay, seeing as how I have 2 more of these to do, it's going to have to be split up into 2 videos. So, guys, thank you for showing up. Come back next time. I am going to be done recording for the night. But next time I record, we will do the other 2. So for now, thank you guys for watching. Have a good night. Stay safe out there, guys.